Good morning. It is August 27th, 2018, Monday morning. Welcome to the second week of Environmental Science, hybrid online ICN course here at NICC. My name's Nate. For those of you that didn't get to meet me on Thursday night, I'll be your instructor here online this fall. It looked like a couple of you that were not able to attend on Thursday night last week did manage to get acquainted with the Brightspace page and found the first couple of assignments for the week. So while I hope you're able to attend on Thursdays going forward, I'm happy that you were able to get enrolled and into the online section of the class. Going forward, typically the routine will be that we will meet on Thursday evenings over the ICN. Those sessions meet from 6 o'clock until 7:30, and generally we will meet on Thursday nights. Like I said last time we met, and for those of you that weren't here, this will be new, we will not be meeting during our normal scheduled class periods this Thursday. So this Thursday, August the 30th, we will not have class over the ICN. I have a prior engagement that I was not able to reschedule, and so I made that pretty clear on Thursday when we met. But if you weren't here on Thursday night, this coming Thursday, August 30th, we will not have class during the normally scheduled time. But then we'll pick up again next Thursday the 6th of September, so 2 Thursdays from, in the following Thursday, September 6th, we'll meet again over the ICN. So that's one announcement that I wanted to make clear right off the top. I'll email you a couple of times between now and then. But again, don't show up to the ICN room on Thursday this week because I will not be there to lead class. So that's one announcement. The other thing that let's take a look at then, so for this week, if you haven't already watched this Getting Started with the Brightspace video, I would encourage you to do that. I shot it last year, a year ago tomorrow, it looks like, but it's still relevant. Nothing's changed largely. And so if you're having questions about how to get oriented with the Brightspace page, follow this link and watch this video down here. Let's click on the content side of things first. And so the content for this week, week 1, environmental problems, their causes, and sustainability. We started this unit on Thursday of last week, and we will finish this unit by Wednesday night of this week. And then Thursday, when we would normally meet during our Thursday night class, I will release the week 2 material sometime Thursday afternoon, and you can go ahead and get started with that. So week 1, got some PowerPoint slides here that you're more than welcome to have a look at. You should be able to open these right up here in the Brightspace page, and you can navigate through the PowerPoint slides that way. I've also got some video content that you can have a look at. The video content is typically embedded right into Brightspace, so you can hit play and you can watch whatever video content is available for that week. There's also an introduction assignment, and so welcome and introductions is a week 1 assignment. Please, like Tony and Mackenzie have been able to accomplish so far, come in here, start a new thread, introduce yourself, and tell us a little bit about who you are and where you're from and the program that you're enrolled in and those kinds of things. Please go ahead and do that here before the end of Wednesday night. Before we get too far into the semester. So get your welcome and introduction checked off this week if you haven't already done so. The other week 1 assignment, this is not something that you'll have to do every week. I have kind of an introductory early semester assignment called Learning and Teaching, which really gives you a chance to respond to a dozen or so prompts that look at your ideas about learning and your ideas about teaching. And so please try to answer all of those as you can, and then you could put your response down here. So again, Tony, it looks like you've got yours in there. That looks great. And then Dolan and Mackenzie. So we've got 3 responses to the learning and teaching assignment. I think we still have a couple other students out there. I'd like to get your ideas in there too. So that's the second thing you need to worry about this week. And the third thing we're going to be looking at, and this, like I said on Thursday night last week, is kind of going to be the meat of the course. These environmental news assignments, and then I'll talk about next the critical thinking. But environmental news, I've got some I've got a bit of a description here about how you should complete this assignment. 6 points for your original response, 4 points for your response to a classmate. The original responses I tend to want to have in by Monday night at 11 p.m. just to kind of keep the conversation moving. And so tonight by 11 p.m. you should all have an initial original response in there. And then by Wednesday night at midnight or so, try to have that response into your classmates. This week's environmental news is really focused on the content of Chapter 1. So go into Chapter 1, find something that you think is interesting, and then go out into the internet and try to find some online resources that could help bolster the conversation. Post a link to that article, summarize it, include some questions that you have and other things that you're curious about, and then post that. If you're interested in how I score these things, there is a rubric that I attach to the environmental news that kind of breaks things down, points 1 through 10, how do I get these points? And so there's 6 points up here for the original post, so it needs to be relevant to the material, it needs to be concise, you should have an active hot link, are you raising questions, are you providing critical thought, not just your opinion, do you proofread it? And so that's your 6 points for your original post, and then 4 points raising questions, providing original insights, making reference to the article, showing evidence of proofreading. Those would be the other 4 points that you would earn coming off of the response to your classmate. And it looks like Tony and Mackenzie have got a good start on that, so we need a couple other people to get some responses in here by the end of the day today to avoid any kind of late penalties. And then don't forget to go in, read one of your classmates' posts, and respond to her or him in a thoughtful way. That's environmental news for this week, and it looks like we've got a couple people already started on that. That's great. And then the other final kind of assignment, I shouldn't say final, there is one more after this. The critical thinking assignment for this week asks you to respond to this critical thinking prompt. Do you think you're living sustainably? Talk about yes or no, kind of through the context of this principles of sustainability that your textbook outlines pretty thoroughly in the first chapter. I give you some insights here about what kind of goes into making a thorough post, and just like the environmental news, I also have a rubric for the critical thinking. These are worth 5 points instead of 10, and I'm looking for 5 criteria, 1 point each. So, did you provide evidence that you did some research outside of just giving us your opinion? And so this could be a link to some outside website or resource that you found useful in answering that question. Did you offer original insights? Did you raise questions? Did you proofread your post? And did you respond to a classmate? That's 5 points, and that's kind of how I score those critical thinking assignments. The last thing that you'll do for this week, and I don't know if this is going to take us to a link. Yep, it will. So I will update the period here so that it reflects more current events. But quiz 1 will be available beginning on Thursday during the time that we would normally be meeting. And so you can come and start quiz 1 anytime after about 5 o'clock on Thursday of this week, and then you'll have all of the week to take it. It's going to be 5 questions, multiple choice. It'll come out of Chapter 1 in the textbook, like I outlined on Thursday of last week. I'm not really into asking these kind of gotcha sort of questions where I'm asking about real specific details and those kind of things. If you have a general understanding of the big ideas that the chapter is really focused on, then you should do really well on these quizzes. And so they're 5 points, multiple choice. You usually have about 30 minutes to take them. If you need more time than that, please don't hesitate to ask, and I can set you up with a little more time. But that is the last assignment then for week 1. So this week kind of has a lot of stuff that you need to worry about because it's the first week and I've got these other kind of additional exercises. But have a look at the PowerPoint slides, have a look at the video content, be sure to introduce yourself, be sure to talk about your theories about learning and teaching, and then answer the environmental news and critical thinking assignments. That's all should be due before Thursday, and then quiz 1 will be available starting on Thursday. And again, I'll change these dates down here so that reflects the current semester. Then, the cycle will repeat itself starting on Thursday. And so beginning on Thursday, during the time that we would normally meet, I will open up the week 2 material, and you can get a start on that with your original post in by Monday, and then responses in by the following Wednesday. So that's kind of the schedule that you should begin to work into your routine. Did I want to say anything else here? I think that's really it for now. Again, we will not be meeting on Thursday night over the ICN as is usually the case. I have a prior engagement that I can't reschedule, and so I apologize for that. But there won't be too many Thursdays where we have to miss, but there is one right off the top of the semester. I'll see you all again in person over the ICN on Thursday, September 5th. Yeah, Thursday, September 5th. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, you've got plenty of stuff that you can be working on in the online environment, and so please go ahead and don't wait to get started on that. If you have questions about anything, please feel free to reach out to me. I am available through email almost all day long, and so don't hesitate to send me an email if you have questions about anything. I look forward to working with everybody online this fall and seeing you over the ICN. Again, we will not meet this Thursday, but you can count on meeting the following Thursday. I should also mention that when we meet again over the ICN on the 6th of September, Thursday the 6th of September, Thursday the 6th of September, I'm going to just double check that so that I'm not screwing anybody up. Just want to get my dates right here, gang. So, yeah, the 6th of September is when we'll meet again over the ICN. No class over the ICN on this Thursday, the 30th of August, but we'll meet again on the 6th, sorry, gosh, I keep doing that, 6th of September on the ICN will be the next ICN meeting. Where I started to go with this was, when we do meet again over the ICN on the 6th of September, I will have some information to share with you about how you can join those ICN sessions remotely. We have new technology available to us now through the ICN that allows us to do some of these things from home or from another place that doesn't necessarily have to be your ICN site. We had some difficulties with the ICN site at Piasta on Thursday. It looked like the site had never been turned on. And so if you're at the Piasta site, be sure to get the system turned on when you come in, when we meet next time. There's a little light switch down there underneath where the teacher would sit at the front that you can flip on the whole system. But if you don't like coming to the ICN classes at school or at the the walk-on center maybe, or the Kalmar Center for some of you, we will have the opportunity for you to attend class from home or from another remote location. And I'll talk more about that when we meet again. So again, no ICN class this Thursday, August 30th. Next ICN class will be Thursday, September 6th. Please go ahead and take part in the weekly discussions for week 1, critical thinking, environmental news, introductions, thinking and learning, or thinking and teaching. And yeah, I'll check back with you early next week. Don't hesitate to reach out to me with questions. I'll start also to respond to some of your introductions and comments in the message board. So I'll see you in the message board, and I'll see you on the ICN in a couple of weeks, and I'll look forward to working with you this semester. Thanks so much, gang. Have a great week, and talk soon. Thanks.